Hey folks, it's Aaron from Got a Minute. I just wanted to leave you a thought-provoking thing here. All right, so I'm just going to touch on the basics here. We inherit a set of 23 chromosomes from our mother, and we receive 23 chromosomes from our father, okay? We are in 2023. I'm just going to read this again. One of those pairs are the chromosomes that determine the biological gender of the child. Girls as XX pairs and boys have an XY pair, and with very rare exception in certain disorders. Okay, let me move on to another website here. This website's very, scientific, but anyway, they're highlighting 23 chromosomes moved to each pole during the meiosis number 2. Each cell containing 46 chromatids yields 2 cells, each with 23 chromosomes. So essentially what's going on here is there's pairs. There's 23 pairs, and each pair consists of 1 chromosome from dad and 1 chromosome from mom. Isn't that incredible? So here, I'll just read another website here. It's, normally each cell in the human body has 23 pairs of chromosomes, 46 in total. Half come from mother and the other half come from the father. This website, same theme here. 23 chromosomes from dad, 23 chromosomes from mom, essentially, okay? And so here we are in 2023, okay? Two groups of 23. Just think about that for a second. 2, 0, 2, 3. 2 groups of 23. 2 times 23 is 46. I mean, this is basically the identity. This is basically our basics DNA identity in 2023. And it's by Christ's blood that we are saved. And this is basically our foundational structure here. This is really incredible. I think this is fascinating that we're in 2023 and 2 groups of 23 make up our genetics, essentially. Okay. Now, of course, you guys can read into this more. I'm happy to leave these links, and you guys can read up on it more. It's very sciencey, and it's very advanced. But essentially, 23 is such a monumental number. Now, I'm going to also put at the end of this video. It's a few minutes long of Ron Wyatt. He found the blood of Christ on the mercy seat, and he tested it, and he talks about this a little bit more. They noticed that they found 23 chromosomes from mom, but they found 1 from dad. And who's dad? Father, God Almighty. So I think that's a fascinating talk as well. So here we are in 2023. 2024 is right around the corner, and we're finding this amazing structure of human. Our DNA, our life is this. It's all wrapping up now. So could this mean a rapture in 2023? Oh man, I hope so. I think it's so fascinating, and that we are in, again, 2023, and 2 groups of 23 is basically our beginning entrance into this world. So maybe we will begin our entrance into heaven in 2023. Oh man, I hope so. I know you guys are hoping so too. Get tight with Christ, go Jesus go, and enjoy the video that comes after this.
Dried blood is dead blood. Everybody knows that, all right? They can test the blood of the pharaohs, the mummies of the pharaohs, all right? There's certain things they can do. They cannot get a chromosome count by any method I'm familiar with, all right? Things keep changing. I don't profess to know everything. However, there's no way I know that you can get a chromosome count out of dead blood. You can get a DNA and some other things, but not a chromosome count, all right? That's done by living white blood cells. Now then, first of all, in this analysis, I took the blood into a laboratory in Israel. I asked one of the people I work with in antiquities, where is a good laboratory that does reliable work? And they said, such and such, such and such. I took it. I just said, please examine this blood and tell me what you can tell me about it. All right? They said, well, look, we're going to reconstitute it. We're going to put it in normal saline and keep it at body temperature for 72 hours with gentle swirling. All right? That's their business. That's great. I said, now I want to be there when you check it out. They said, fine. So I was back. They checked it out. I said, now, they said it's human blood. We can tell that. they did whatever tests they need to do. And then I said, take some of the white blood cells and put them in a growth medium and keep them at body temperature for 48 hours. And they said, well, that'll do no good because it's dead blood. I said, would you please do that for me? And they said, okay, we'll do it. So anyway, I said, I want to be there when you take it out and examine it. So I was back there. They took it out, examined it under a microscope, and the one technician called the other one over there, and then they called the boss over there, and they were talking Hebrew a mile a minute there for a little bit, and they looked at me and they said, Mr. Wyatt, this human blood only has 24 chromosomes in it. Everybody else has 46. You see, 23 from your mother, 23 from your father, 22 autosomes from your mother, 22 autosomes from your father. You get an X from your mother, you may get an X or Y from your father, all right? This blood had 23 chromosomes from the mother's side, one Y chromosome only. You see, the child could not have developed if they hadn't had the autosomes from the mother. So all of his physical characteristics were determined by his mother's side of the family, her autosomes. His maleness was determined by this one Y that came from the source, not a human male. Then they said, this blood is alive. And then they said, whose blood is this? I said, it's the blood of your Messiah. And I assure you, those men's lives have changed.